Merry Christmas! This is my last video before Christmas. It's a bit of a combination of thrifting. I was looking for chairs, extra chairs for my Christmas dinner table, and ended up picking up a beautiful vintage table in immaculate condition with 6 chairs for free. I was also looking for a fireplace surround for my new little portable heater. And ended up DIYing one, and I'm also going to update you on my beautiful Harrods William Morris advent calendar that I promised I would show you and I forgot to. So let's get started. I love a little bit of last minute Christmas thrifting. So I've actually been looking for extra chairs for the table for Christmas dinner. I'm looking for 4. I do have enough chairs, but I'm pulling them from bedrooms, and they're armchairs, and they're, you know what I mean? They're not ideal to sort of get 12 people around a table. So I was looking for 4 dining room chairs that are not expensive, that are sturdy enough to hold and do the job they're supposed to do without spending a fortune. Obviously I'd rather spend nothing, but that's where I'm at. So I'm at the local thrift store. I will always pick up greenery if I find it. I'm not really looking for any more Christmas decorations. There's a few things that I do pick up. They're not specifically Christmas, but I was maybe looking for something for the center of the table, to candle holders, but mainly I'm looking for the chairs. They had a bit of a sale on locally in this thrift store, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find what I was looking for. They do have, I think probably, usually this time of year, they're this close to Christmas, their stuff usually goes on sale. They haven't done it this year, but their prices are a little bit elevated anyway. I noticed a couple of other YouTubers that I follow, it's not just here in Canada, it's in the US as well. Some of the prices are a little high, but what can you do? I did find lots of charger plates, roughly about 50 cents each, which actually wasn't a bad deal. But I've got rid of charger plates in the past. I like the idea of them, but when you have them, I just don't find that they get used very often. And I've had some beautiful ones over the years, and I've always ended up donating them. So I thought about maybe charger plates if I found some that were cheap enough and I could donate them after Christmas, but I didn't really like any that I found. And then I thought, I'm not sure how I'm going to set my table this year. I know I'm going to use my red Spode set, but with regard to how I'm actually going to be setting the table up, I'm not sure. But like I said, I was looking for some kind of pretty centerpiece with maybe just candles and a bit of greenery. But I might use some real greenery, just some nice tablecloths, and let the Spode dinnerware sort of be the star of the show. But again, like I said, this was quite nice. I quite like the idea of this, but I don't know where I put it, so I left it there. I quite liked this little Christmas card holder. I wasn't keen on the Santa, but I thought I could replace him. I liked that it only held a few cards. I've only got a handful of cards this year. Every year it's a little bit less, and I do miss the Christmas cards. I always think it's a nice part of Christmas, but what can you do? The other thing, like I said, that I was looking for was a fireplace surround. Now, I have been seeing them everywhere, and of course when I'm looking for one, I can't find one. I've picked up a really nice little fireplace which works great, but it's just sitting against the wall. It doesn't look right. It needs something to make it look a little bit more substantial. I didn't find the chairs, I didn't find the fireplace, but I did find 12 really cool napkin holders. They are velvet and feathers, and I thought they were perfect for my Christmas dinner table. They're so elegant. I thought they just needed a little jingle bell just to give them that little Christmassy touch. So those are going on all my little placemats for Christmas dinner. I also found some napkins that I picked up that were 25 cents, which I will be using at some point over Christmas. I also will be making little name holders with my Cricut machine, and I've got an idea what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use this lovely little pad of Dollar Tree or dollar store paper, which would have, I think it was normally $1.25. I got it for 25 cents, so I was happy with those. Here they are. I just took a little dab of glue and glued on a little jingle bell. These are so pretty, actually. I was in two minds whether to put them actually on the Christmas tree. They are so nice. I may do that next year. I thought they would go really nice on one of my bird trees, and again they tie in together with the birds just beautifully. This is the little fireplace that I bought. This is from Wayfair. This is not a sponsorship. I bought this a little while ago just to give an extra little bit of heat in the house because, well, you know why. These are the inspiration of what I was looking for. I wanted something black. I wanted something sort of old world. I wanted bricks in the background, tile below. Very specific, obviously, but I wanted something lightweight as well that I can move from room to room so it looks as though it's intentional. So this is how I made it. I had these election boards in the basement. There must be 100 of them. They're a decent size. They're corrugated plastic, the corrugated paper, but they've got a plastic coating on them. So they're very lightweight, but they're substantial. They're all the same size. So what I thought I could do was double them up, laminate them, you know, stick them all together and give myself the basic fireplace shape. I'd make columns out of them, make the base, make the top, make it all out of this with glue, paint and tape. So that's the height I've gone for, that's the width I've gone for. Looking back now, I wish I'd have made it a little wider, but you know what, it was the first time. Because it was corrugated, I could measure it, score the board and then fold it, and it stayed in one piece, if you know what I mean. So I could make the columns for the Fireplace Surround. That's exactly what I did. I made two boxes on each side, joined them together, used the glue and then taped them, and then once I was finished I painted them all with chalk paint. You can see here what I've done. I've made two square oblong boxes on each side, taped and glued them down, so you've got the basic two panels and the back of the fireplace. Now these two side panels I discovered were not deep enough, so I made two more almost like covers for them, U-shaped cardboard, and just taped them over the top, just to make it a little deeper, and that's what I've done here. Like I said, they were a little bit bigger, a little bit longer. I've just glued them and taped them into shape, and then the top part I'm going to put a little bit of a detail on them and do the same type of thing. So you make a U shape, tape it down. I've taped it on the corners just to give it a softer edge. Once it's painted, then it won't look like corrugated cardboard, it'll look more like wood, I guess. So doing the same process again, just making the shapes, wrapping them in the tape, and then taping them in place, gluing them in place I should say. It's just giving it a little bit of a feature, which you find on fireplaces. And I've also done it on the front panel, which I cut into a curve to give it the shape of the below the mantle on the fireplace. So all the elements are cut out, ready to go, glued into place. I've pretty well glued it all together now. I've left some little tabs at the top to place the like the top shelf on top of it, and now I'm going to give it 2 good coats of black chalk paint. Normally it would be 1 coat, but because this is so fluorescent and it's a plastic coated cardboard, it will take the extra coat, but it does cover quite well. That's my first coat done, and now I'm going to go on to the second coat. So when it came to the hearthstone, I was going to again stick a load of these boards together to give it like a slab effect, and then I'm going to cover it with these plastic tiles. They are very lightweight, and they are like I said, they are plastic, they are very thin, and I'm going to paint half of them black, leave the other half this like a marbly effect, and then give them all a good coat of Mod Podge to give them a nice shine. And then I've measured it so that I'm not cutting any of these tiles. I've got 3 depth, and then I think it's 5 or 6 across, which is just big enough to fit under the fireplace surround. So I've measured and cut the boards for the hearthstone, and then I have stuck them all together and reinforced them with the tape, finishing the edges with the tape as well, so that when it's painted it looks a little bit more finished. I've then taken half of the tiles and I've painted them with the same black chalk paint, and then I am placing them, gluing them down onto the board with in a checkerboard effect with 1 white tile and 1 black tile, just making sure that I've got lots of glue on to keep them in place. Once the paint is dry on the base, I've given it a coat of glossy Mod Podge, and then I have cut the boards for the mantle. I've done it a little bit thicker, a little bit wider, and a little bit deeper than the actual fireplace. I've again corrugated all the boards together with glue and tape, and then I've given it a good 2 coats of the black chalk paint. Would have preferred to put a piece of wood for the mantle, but I didn't have any, and this was just as good. I know at some point I think my hubby might replace it with something that he's got, but for now I just wanted to get it finished. So onto the back of the fireplace. I took the actual fireplace insert and placed it against the back and just cut out a little hole where the plug will go through, and then this is what was left over from the wall that I did in the kitchen makeover during the summer. You could actually pick up tiles from the dollar store, or you could get the tack paper that you can get from Amazon or the Dollar Tree, and you could use that as well. So I just fit them all in the back. You're not going to see all of them, so that's why I left the little patch at the bottom. I then went over everything again with another coat of, this time I used a matte Mod Podge just to give it a nice finishing coat, and then we were done. Well, here it is, warts and all, the finished fireplace. This is a reminder of what I was basing it on, so sort of the elements I knew I wanted. And this is the finished Fireplace Surround. As you can see, it's not terrible. I wish I'd have made it a little wider, but you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. It is very lightweight, so it's perfect. I can take the little fire out and then move the fireplace from room to room, The brick in the back, I did give it a coat of just a flat brown, just to take the shine off the brickwork, because those tiles are a little shiny. But I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I think that little piece at the bottom with the checkerboard tiles gives it a little bit more of an authentic look, as does the brick in the back. But again, like I said, it is very lightweight, so it is easy to move from room to room, and it just looks better than it's sitting there against the wall as a little fireplace. It looks almost intentional, like this maybe could have been there for a while, as long as you don't look too close up. But you don't. Who does? You stand back and you see it and you think, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And again, it's another little place for me to decorate for Christmas, or year round indeed. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and again, it cost me absolutely nothing. No, that's not true. I did have to buy some extra glue sticks. I went through quite a few glue sticks. I would have made this out of MDF if I'd have had a hubby around or any MDF, but I made this out of what I had around the house, things that I've always thrifting and saving, and again, cost me nothing. So let me tell you how I came about having a new table and chairs. So I'd been looking on Marketplace, been looking in the thrift stores, and knew I wanted to get 4 chairs. Our son called us up and said, hey, I'm at this place, they're getting rid of this table and chairs, they're going to put them on Marketplace free for the first come first serve. I know you're looking for extra chairs, do you want them? And I said, okay, yeah, I'll take the chairs. He said, well, the table's in really good condition, I'm going to send you a photograph. So we looked at the table in the photograph and said, wow, yeah, we'll take them. So we loaded up the truck and brought them home, and of course it is a little bit narrower than my original table, but it is in pristine condition. It is solid wood. The seat covers were just a bit ugly, so I just had this lovely red piece of velvet that it was a throw, and I've used that to cover the 6 chairs. I've just glued them on for now, just because after Christmas I will recover them. Hopefully I shall look out for some William Morris material and recover them. But in the meantime, I have this beautiful table which will seat 12 people. If not comfortably, it won't be too bad. The seats, as I said, are substantial. They are in really good condition, and you can see on this table there is not a mark on it. So I'm so really thankful for this table. It was perfectly timed, and again, I will be donating my table and chairs after Christmas, and hopefully somebody will enjoy it as much as I've done. So thank you to the universe for providing me with this beautiful table and chairs, which will look gorgeous set with a beautiful white tablecloth and my Spode dinner set for Christmas. Now, I promised I would show you my advent calendar, my William Morris advent calendar that I picked up from Harrods when I was coming back from the UK in the summertime. It is absolutely beautiful. The smell is gorgeous. The box is beautiful. I'm going to reuse this box next year. I'm going to save all the little cards. It is gorgeous. The possibilities for this are just endless. I can't wait to recycle this and repurpose it. I got bath bombs. I got loads of hand cream. I got toners. I got bath balls. It was just beautiful. So thank you to my husband for that for Christmas. Well worth every penny. Though it's sad to reminisce on Christmases we knew, this year I shall celebrate in memory of you. I will put aside my sorrow with every unshed tear, and concentrate on all the love we shared when you were here. Our time together taught me what Christmas time is for, and that's what I'll remember until we meet once more. May you be filled with the wonder of the season, Close the door of hate, open the door of love, and let kindness come with every gift, and peace and joy be yours this Christmas season. Merry Christmas.